everyone, I'm Timothy Michael and welcome back to E.P.I.C Pride, where I give you all the tea in entertainment, political, international, and cultural LGBTQ+ news. But first, a word from our sponsor. Santa Monica College is a public community college with more than 90 fields of study, a proud leader among California's community colleges and transferring students. There's a seat for you at Santa Monica College. Find your classes today. Click for more info. Now, after the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Republicans and the Trump administration have rushed to fill the vacant seat with conservative Amy Coney Barrett, who has caused much controversy with her conservative views on women's rights and the LGBTQ+ community. At her Senate confirmation hearing, the newly added Supreme Court judge used the widely denounced term sexual preference to refer to LGBTQ+ Americans' sexual orientations. LGBTQ rights organizations and others quickly pointed out that the correct term is sexual orientation, and that anti-LGBTQ+ activists used preference to suggest that gender identity and sexual orientation are choices. Barrett refused to say whether she agreed with the landmark 2015 Supreme Court ruling that same-sex marriage is a constitutionally protected right, therefore leaving people to believe it is in danger of being overturned now that the conservatives hold the majority in the Supreme Court. Barrett also falsely claimed that she had never discriminated on the basis of sexual preference. False. She sat on the board of an Indiana private school that barred children of unmarried couples when same-sex marriage was illegal in the state, according to the New York Times. At this point, Judge Barrett has been confirmed. She's now a Supreme Court judge. You can't overturn that. I hope that the court will separate church and state as they should, and that Justice Barrett won't let her own personal opinions affect decisions that will impact many people, but I guess only time will tell. Pope Francis has called for the passage of civil union laws for same-sex couples in a documentary that aired in Rome, in a major departure from the position held by the Vatican's doctrinal office. His Excellency stated, and I quote, "Homosexuals have a right to be part of the family. They're children of God and have a right to a family. Nobody should be thrown out or be made miserable because of it," in Francesco, a documentary about his life. While serving as Archbishop of Buenos Aires, Francis endorsed civil unions for gay couples as an alternative to same-sex marriages. However, he had never come out publicly in favor of civil unions as the Pope. Catholic teachings hold that gays must be treated with dignity and respect, but that homosexual acts are intrinsically disordered. A 2003 document from the Vatican's Doctrine Office stated that the Church's respect for gays cannot lead to, in any way, to approval of homosexual behavior or to legal recognition of homosexual unions. Directed by the Oscar-nominated Evgeny Evinsky, a Russian-born Jew, Francesco depicts Francis as the great connector, placing him at the heart of the narrative that casts a wide net over some of the world's most pressing problems. The documentary tackles other topical issues, including the growing rich-poor gap, racism, climate change, sexual abuse, migration, human trafficking, political polarization, and relations among Christians, Muslims, and Jews. It also highlights the fact that he completely misjudged the scale and the severity of the Church's sexual abuse crisis, and that he later publicly recognized and apologized. I feel like with this type of leadership, perhaps we can see a positive change in how Catholics and other devout religious people treat members of the LGBTQ+ community. Now, an update from a story from last month. A 25-year-old whom law enforcement officials say has gang ties was charged with multiple counts of attempted murder in connection with the stabbing of two transgender women in MacArthur Park in recent months. On October 4th, 42-year-old Daniela Hernandez was surrounded by 4 to 5 men and then suffered a stab wound in the throat. Donovan Fonseca, who is a member of the MS-13 gang, was charged with 3 counts of attempted murder in connection with attacks spanning from late August to early October. Fonseca will also face hate crime and gang enhancements. I hope justice will be served in this case and that Fonseca will get the maximum sentence. That's my recap of what's happening in the LGBTQ+ community. I'm Timothy Michael, and remember, be loud, be proud, be you, and be epic. All Black Lives Matter. See you next time.